So sometimes these things just write themselves. After watching S.E. Cupp on Joy Behar's show, that walking fountain of verbal sewage, Keith Olbermann decided to tweet, quote, "On so many levels, she's a perfect example of the necessity of the work Planned Parenthood does." Tasteless, you say? I don't know. If you consider it, Olby's logic is sound. If abortion would have kept S.E. Cupp from being alive, then there would be less debate over abortion. See how tidy that is for someone like Olby, who would rather see you dead than debated? But hey, maybe he really didn't mean that. Yep, after getting a lot of heat, Olbermann panicked and scurried like a roach from his tweet, saying he meant that S.E.'s parents should have taken advantage of counseling or birth control offered by these clinics, which to me makes no sense as criticism of Cupp, whom he hates. Unless Olby still means birth control would have prevented S.E. from being born. But really, all this undermines Planned Parenthood, not Olby. We already knew he's a turd. When he brought up Planned Parenthood, everybody knew he meant abortion, so his ghoulish joke reminds everyone that the idea that Planned Parenthood means more than abortion is a fatuous joke, like the man himself. And if you disagree with me, you, sir, are a racist, homophobe. Ryan, should he really be tweeting?
I think this man's a fascist. I think that's what it comes to.
Really?
I think we're going to play a drinking game. We're going to see how many times we can say fascist in this show.
Yeah.
And everyone at home should follow along.
Yeah. Well, you are a fascist, just for bringing that up.
I am. Thank you.
What do you think he meant his, the whole idea that he didn't mean that she should be aborted, or do you think he just ran scared?
Well, I'm offended that anyone's following his tweets, first off. I'm surprised by that.
They are entertaining.
Second, you especially. I didn't realize you were at home reading his tweets. So.
Yes, it's sad but true. It's taken up a large part of my day.
He backed off the joke. That's the problem. He didn't just put it out there. He immediately backtracked. He was like, oh, I didn't mean that. What I meant was they have good air conditioning at the Planned Parenthood. They have some nice candy. If they had had the candy, they wouldn't have had sex, and she would have been born. That's what I meant.
That's actually a good impersonation of Keith Olbermann.
I like the hand thing.
I don't know. It's all over the place.
Crystal, what do you think? Why does he say such things? I mean, he's supposed to be a nice liberal feminist.
You know, you're asking me to explain Keith Olbermann's mind. That's not really something I'm up to. There's really no excuse for it. I mean, it's not funny. It's not respectful. It's terrible. If you want to debate the issue, that's one thing. If you want to just attack someone personally, it's not okay.
What do you think, Jedediah? I hate to say this, but this Greglogue was the easiest one ever written. It's like too easy to take a shot at him, but you got to kick kick somebody when they do something bad, and I don't know.
I think it's interesting that more people pay attention to his tweets than ever watched his show. That's one thing. And I'd also say, I think Keith Olbermann is very uncomfortable with differing opinions. It makes him uncomfortable that someone can be informed and out there. He doesn't know what to do with it, so he attacks, and he's an embarrassment to the left. I think people on the left who have principled feelings about things should be embarrassed by someone that takes this route.
Bill, here's what I don't understand, aside from it being tasteless. He did it in the afternoon, which means he wasn't drunk, because almost all of my embarrassing tweets are done after I've been drinking.
Yeah, says you, though. You've got a job. Has he even started his yet? I was tanked by 3 p.m. when I was freelancing.
That's true.
Thank God they didn't have tweeting back then. I was just writing on my walls and kicking a cat that I'd forgotten to feed 4 days before.
I like how you say that now that you have a job, you're not drunk in the afternoon.
Well, tipsy.
Yeah.
It's called control. Look into it.
You know what we have?
Greglogue, Keith Olbermann is a horse's ass. So, Ryan, if people at home are playing your fascist drinking game, they should drink every time someone says fascist? Is that how the fascist drinking game works?
Well, sure. The fascist drinking game works that when you hear the word fascist, you drink. Like earlier in the show when Greg had said, Ryan, do you think this is fascism? You would have taken a shot at that moment.
Okay, so it's fascism and fascist. If you say either one of those, fascist or fascism, you have to have a drink in the fascist
now, if you say fascist or fascism 3 times in a row, you have to do 3 shots.
Interesting.
Fascist, fascism, fascist. Boom, boom, boom.
Gotcha. Okay, good to know.
What's up, man?
You're welcome, people at home playing the game. Here's the thing. I don't know why it's news that Olbermann said something classless and stupid. That's his job, or at least it was back when he had one.
Yeah.
So S.E.'s mom wrote an open letter to Keith asking, quote, "Have you no shame, no depth to which you will not stoop to insult an adversary?" Just thought I'd bring that up.
Andy, for the record, my mom writes an open letter to both you and Greg every night. So if you're going to read S.E.'s moms, you better start reading Deb Schultz's.
Wait, I think I have. Dear Greg, please take him off our hands.
To answer Mrs. Cupp's question, the answers are no and no, by the way. Yeah. Shame on all of you for not having more respect for Mrs. Patricia Cupp.
You know what? don't cross her. And also, I mean, when Mom enters the picture,
you will
Olby,
respect Cupp.
What?
You will respect Cupp.
Notice how Keith Olbermann, Andy. Keith Olbermann did not answer her.
You know, you set me up for that just so you could say that.
I actually didn't. I swear to God, I just thought of that. I swear to God, that was not a setup. I'm just that good.
Never mind, Andy. You were wrong.
So if her name was like Deborah Cupp, you would have said D Cupp.
No, that'd be hacky.
All right. Okay.